if you were in the building and you have the symptoms, have it checked out.
We're following a developing story tonight, a possible outbreak of legionnaires' disease at a local hospital. Now at 10, what health officials are telling patients as they look for a cause. Good evening, I'm Mike Miller. So far, at least 8 people have come down with that illness, and health officials are afraid there could be dozens more. Most of the cases had some contact with Aurora St. Luke's South Shore Hospital, the one in Cudahy. 12 News' Colleen Henry is live from the Milwaukee Health Department. Now, Colleen, it's not known how these people got sick.
No, Mike, but state health officials determined the link between 6 of those 8 cases was St. Luke's South Shore. Now they're working to find out if there are other cases and exactly what caused the outbreak.
And we have this information regarding
a phone bank underway in Cudahy as Aurora Healthcare employees call the 1,000-plus patients treated here in the last 2 weeks.
We want to make sure, because it's a rare disease, that they are appropriately notified so they can contact their healthcare provider and get appropriate care.
Dr. Bruce Van Cleve says Milwaukee County usually sees just 1 or 2 cases of Legionnaire's disease a month. Hospitals routinely report them to the state. So when Aurora discovered 8 in a short time, state epidemiologists started investigating.
When they see that cluster, then they begin to do their investigation of where are these people from, where do they work, where do they shop, where do they go to church, all those kinds of questions to try and trace back to see if there's a source for the infection.
Van Cleve says the state found 6 of the 8 infected patients reported a recent trip here to St. Luke's South Shore. Legionnaire's is not contagious. It spreads through tainted mist-like water droplets. Van Cleve says the hospital's been sanitized and state health inspectors have given it the all clear.
In our look at the facility, we've identified different places where mists might be generated and shut them down, and that's why we feel comfortable that people can feel secure in the building moving forward.
Dr. Seth Foldy is the state health officer. He says most healthy people won't get sick if exposed, but older adults and the immune-compromised may. He's alerted doctors, nurses, and health departments around Milwaukee County. Now he's warning the public.
If you visited the building from February 24 to March 10, and within 10 days of that visit you develop fever, chill, cough, headache, maybe diarrhea, it would be worth calling your doctor, saying that you were at the building, and asking if you should be tested or treated.
Dr. Foldy says testing continues to try to identify the source of the disease. 1 or 2 patients have been hospitalized, but Aurora says all are recovering well. At the Milwaukee Health Department, Colleen Henry, WISN 12 News.
Thanks, Colleen. Legionnaire's disease is not contagious. You have to have direct contact with the contaminated water vapor. The disease got its name and worldwide attention back in 1976 when an outbreak at an American Legion convention in Philadelphia killed 34 people. Health officials say it is treatable with antibiotics. WISN 12 and WISN.com are your sources for updates on this developing story. Log on to our website for more information on Legionnaire's disease and get the latest on the local outbreak as well.
New at 9, it was something in the water. Health investigators say the source of a Legionnaire's disease outbreak was inside a Cudahy hospital. Fox 6 and Mike Lowe, live in Cudahy now with more on this, Mike.
And Brad, the source of the outbreak is a decorative waterfall inside this hospital near the entrance. 8 people contracted Legionnaire's disease, and they likely got it from a mist laden with bacteria or a vapor that came from that waterfall. And the first cases emerged in February.
When the second case came within 24 hours, we knew we had a problem.
An outbreak of Legionnaire's disease led to an investigation. Since the pneumonia-like disease is only spread through water, investigators searched for a common source.
We had a questionnaire as to where people were prior to their illness. What did they do? Were they out of town? Were they at a spa or a gym? Did they do gardening? And then we looked for commonalities. And the commonality was a visit here to St. Luke's South Shore.
And the disease turned up in this decoration.
We do not know how it got in there.
A decorative waterfall near the hospital's entrance, meant to soothe and calm visitors, actually made them sick.
We clean the fountain every week. we drained the fountain every month, we were following all the manufacturer's recommendations. Even that, unfortunately, led to an outbreak.
The fountain has a closed water source, and officials shut it off immediately.
About the legionnaires' disease.
They then contacted 4,000 patients and 700 employees who could have been exposed.
We believe that we've found the feature that might have caused the problem and that people are not at an ongoing risk.
So far, there are 8 confirmed cases. 2 people are still in the hospital, but in stable condition and getting better. Officials want to underscore that the source of the outbreak was a decorative water wall, not a drinking fountain.
It's been turned off for over a week. There is no more threat here, and we don't believe there will be any more outbreak.
And again, this occurred in a decoration, not in a drinking fountain. The waterfall was shut off on March 10th. Officials here at the hospital say it may never be turned on again. Reporting live tonight in Cudahy, Mike Lowe, Fox 6 News.
Mike, I have to believe a lot of people watching this right now who perhaps have companies where they have those kind of waterfalls are thinking, oh my goodness. I mean, I've heard of this happening with air conditioning systems, but never a decorative waterfall like that.
Indeed, air conditioning systems, sometimes if people have vaporizers at home, those kinds of things, that's typically where we hear about it. You don't typically hear about it, according to health officials, in something like this, but Aurora Healthcare has taken the step of shutting off these decorative waterfalls in every one of their facilities, 10 in all. So, again, they may never turn this back on, and it's something to be wary of at this point.
Well, now it's a decorative tile wall. Thank you, Mike.
Exactly. Yep.